Hello and welcome to Weekly Tasks episode 6, and today we're going to be discussing the issues that automation poses to everyone's jobs. The year is 1963, and in California, Fred Wyatt, a journalist, has stated that automation is second to a bomb. During this time, the US and the USSR were engaged in the Cold War, and the threat of bomb strikes, especially on the US soil, was at an all-time high. So, to compare automation's threat to that just less than a bomb strike at this time was a big statement to make. But this wasn't the first time that automation had been brought up to be an issue. Back when agriculture was becoming more mechanised, people predicted a mass exodus of jobs. And this, to an extent in the short run, was true, because people who worked in agriculture and fields alike, they did not have very many transferable skills, which meant they couldn't easily move from being a farmer to, say, being a lawyer or any other job in a different sector. However, in the long run, the labour market evolved and it changed such that more people would have jobs. And it's changing to this day. Remember, 10 years ago, e-commerce wasn't a very big thing, whereas now there are hundreds of thousands of people selling products online every single day. Another thing would be the internet. The internet came in the 90s, and to think back to the 60s and to think that jobs would be evolved around this huge information web, well, that just sounds crazy. However, issues still arise from the introduction of automation, and automation is starting to play a much bigger role in the way that we lead our lives, and indeed how we perform our jobs. It's not hard to see the issues that are arising and will arise in the future within the gig economy. In the gig economy, people have jobs such as delivering food, parcels, and offering taxi services such as Uber. However, due to advancements in AI, self-driving cars pose an issue for those who work as Uber drivers, and drones that have been tested in Reykjavik to deliver food pose a risk to those who rely on delivering food on either a part-time or full-time basis. It's not only workers within the gig economy who are at a risk, it's also blue-collar and white-collar workers. For example, AI that allows for the creation of timetables in schools replaces people who do that and are employed to schedule things out. Similarly, in law firms, they've seen the increased technology that allows them to search for cases instantly without needing someone to go through file cabinets and libraries to try and find certain information. In his 2015 paper, David Autor states that there is a polarization effect that's being caused by the increased use of automation. This polarization effect means that those with a high skill level and a low skill level are generally safer from automation than those with a middle skill level. For example, those with low skills such as house cleaners are generally safe because their job requires a lot of attention to detail and is manual intensive. There are a lot of different tasks involved with their job and is hard to autonomize. Similarly, those with high skill levels, such as those who are very good at coding or artists, again, their job requires attention to detail. However, it's not all doom and gloom, and as Polanyi's paradox states, we know more than we can tell. This means that we can explain things and we can use common sense to perform tasks. These are things that we only understand tacitly and something that we can't necessarily code into a computer. Furthermore, it's far easier for us to come up with original and organic art, such as music or paintings or sculptures. This is stuff that is far harder to code into a computer or machine to perform. We don't have to think of it as our edge. We can also think of it as something we can contribute to a mixed efforts between human and computer abilities. So, for example, in America there is a pizza company called Zoom Pizzas. This is where they employ very few pizzaioli because a lot of machinery does the work for them. It allows them to create pizza that is very consistent and reduces human error. Now, they've stated that it allows them to become more productive and produce pizzas at a far quicker rate. They say that their quality control is far better and it allows them to perform and price things at a more competitive rate. Alex Garden, the co-founder of Zoom Pizza, said in an interview that they incorporate a seamless marriage between robots and humans working together. This allows them to scale and increase their market share far quicker than their competitors. PwC, a London-based professional service firm, stated that intelligent automation can deliver rapid, sustainable, and large-scale business benefits. This suggests that the benefits felt at a small scale, such as that felt by Zoom Pizza, can be replicated and improved in the large scale as well. So this means that automation can play a huge part in improving the efficiency and reducing the cost of production. It's incredibly difficult to see where the labour market is going to go and whether it's going to evolve like it has done before or whether it's going to be completely disrupted by automation. We just don't know. But for my sake and for yours, I hope it changes for the better. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed the video and I hope you learnt something new. I put a lot of effort into learning stuff about this and I've even written an essay that will be released onto my blog sometime soon. So if you enjoyed the video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up, click the subscribe button and comment anything you enjoyed or anything you want to see in the future. But that's it for this episode. So I hope you had a great time, I hope you have a lovely week, and as always, stay productive.